What's happening, guys? This is House Cat MMA, and I just got off work. It's 5:00, some kind of shit in the morning. Probably turn off my windshield wipers. And right now, I'm just kind of gonna be riffing, just saying whatever comes to mind. If I end up saying some cool shit, I'll post it. If I don't say anything cool, I won't. But I was just kind of thinking, I'll tell you what happened. And I'll tell you what happened. I learned something just now. I started this video, then I realized I left my water bottle at work. And I goddamn, that son of a bitch is my lifeline. I gotta have a water bottle. And I was on a roll with the content creation. It's like, God damn it, if I knew how to edit, I could edit this shit out. I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to edit, so I need to learn how to edit. But I was just thinking, man. I was thinking about Gable Steveson. I was thinking about Gable Steveson and how he's going to be fighting Alicia Ellison on July 11th of 2026. And you know, Ellison, I mean, he's alright. I mean, he did Brando Parachich, or, you know, Brando Percocet, I like to call him, put him away in about 1:55, but there's no shame in that. It probably will be Gable Stevenson's toughest opponent to date. You know, because that last guy Gable fought, I forget his name, he was alright, but I think Ellison might be the best guy he's fought to date. But, you know, I'm pretty sure Gable's going to win that, but who knows. But I got to thinking, so you got Gable Steveson, I'll lump Brando Parachich in there too, and Josh Hokit. And I will lump Vitor Petrino in there as well. You know, because of those four guys, I think we're in the embryonic stages of a new wave of heavyweight. Like athletic heavyweights. You know, because I'd say probably since 2017 or so, maybe 2018, heavyweight's been a little weaker in the UFC. Definitely the weakest weight class in the UFC. So I think we're in the embryonic stages of a new wave of heavyweight. Because you got to think, Hokit was born in 1997. Petrino was born in 1997. Gable Steveson was born in the year 2000. And we got some young dudes, young athletic dudes fighting at heavyweight right now. And I think it's only going to get better. I think here in about 3.5, maybe 4 years, I think heavyweight will be looking a little different. Because once your Marcin Tiburas, your Sergey Spivaks, and you know, your guys like that, once they retire, which Spivak's pretty good, and plus he was born in the year 1995. He's pretty young. But you know, you're just kind of, you know, you're tough, husky fella. Once those kind of guys retire, the tough huskies, I think we'll have some pretty good heavyweight fighting by, you know, the year 2030 or 2031. God damn it. But yeah, of course, we're never gonna have that the, you know, mid 2000s to mid 2010s era of heavyweight. We're just not. You know, we're never gonna have, like, there's never gonna be another Mirko Krokop. There's never gonna be another Alistair Overeem, Fabricio Verdum, Cain Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos, Stipe Miocic. There's never going to be another Stefan Struve. Never going to be another Roy Nelson, Mark Hunt, Brock Lesnar, the baddest man on the planet. I'll lump Randy Couture in there too. It's not going to happen again, I don't think. But you never know. You never say never, you know. But I don't foresee there I don't foresee heavyweight being that exciting ever again. Like, I don't even mind. I like heavyweight fighting, even as it is right now, because I identify with it. I identify with being a strong, husky cat that can kind of fight, even though I've never been in a fight. But I like to think that, I could get down if I had to. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple things up my sleeve. I wrestled 6 years. You could argue 7, but I say 6. I did this wrestling camp in the 6th grade, but it's whatever. That's why you can argue 7. But yeah. But Gable Steveson, his stand-up looks a bit rudimentary right now, but that's just because he ain't been fighting that long. He's the type of athlete where you give him a year, 2 years, year and a half even, he'll be striking like goddamn Uriah Faber. I say Uriah Faber because Faber could knock you on your ass. That's Dominic Cruz. Like, stand-up wasn't really his thing, but by God, if you wanted to get down, he'll lay your ass down. He didn't necessarily have one punch knockout power, but he had lay you the fuck down power. I hold them kind of parallel a little bit because of just, Faber wasn't necessarily a short 135er, 145er, but not tall either. And, I think Stevenson's like, 6'1", maybe 6 foot, 6'1". That's not really... That's on the short side, but not necessarily short. And same with Faber. He's on the short side for the weight class, but not really short for it. You know what I'm saying? But what else is there? I had an idea. A stupid idea, but an idea nonetheless. I've been ill. I'm still harking up shit. I was sick as a goddamn farm animal. What was it? Sunday, I was sick as a fucking farm animal. Did I even record Sunday? Doesn't matter, but did I? I probably didn't record a goddamn thing on Sunday. But I was thinking, what if, because you got this whole Netflix mixed martial arts promotion that looks like it might keep on keeping on. I wouldn't mind seeing CM Punk get back in there and fight Tony Ferguson. Obviously, Tony Ferguson would fuck CM Punk up, obviously. But could you imagine where it's like, you say that happened, but you won't. And it's like, finally, a fight CM Punk can win. And then he fucking, no, it's like, finally, a fight Tony Ferguson can win. And then he fucking loses. It's like, God damn it. Can't even beat CM Punk right now. And I'm not even dogging, obviously. I'm not really even dogging on Tony Ferguson. I love Tony Ferguson. I don't think there's a lot of people that can say they exist, but I'm one of, I think, few that can say they were a fan of Tony Ferguson and the quarterfinals, since the quarterfinals of the Ultimate Fighter season. What was it, 14, 13? I think it was season 13 of the Ultimate Fighter when he upkicked Justin Edwards into oblivion in the quarterfinals of that Ultimate Fighter tournament. A lot of people can't say that. A lot of people can't say that if you lump his Ultimate Fighter fights into his record, UFC record, that you saw him go 18-1. And the drop was 8 straight, 7 straight. A lot of people can say that. But that's just an idea. I had CM Punk versus Tony Ferguson, because I was thinking, this was MVP Promotions or whatever the fuck Netflix is doing. That could be a really good opportunity for some older guys to get after it and make a little money, since they're paying guys so much. That was like the whole thing behind it. Chael Sonnen brought up an interesting point. Or was it Chael Sonnen? Or no, it was Brendan Schaub. Brendan Schaub. Because I'm a Brendan Schaub maniac. You know, he was saying, he was just talking about how, you know, as it pertains to Max Holloway versus Conor McGregor, you know, the real loser in this whole deal, if anybody, is Charles Oliveira. You know, because Charles Oliveira beat Max Holloway in the BMF title match. But so since Holloway lost, and, you know, they don't want to see McGregor get wrestle fucked, so they're just like, okay, well, Max Holloway fight Conor McGregor, which I think it makes sense because Conor McGregor's coming off of a couple losses. Max Holloway's coming off a loss. Yeah, fuck yeah, have them go at it. But, you know, everybody wants a red panty night. I don't think Oliveira's strapped for cash, but, you know, you could always use a little more cash. But, you know, they just felt that Max Holloway versus Conor McGregor would be the more exciting matchup, which it will be. And, you know, I'm talking real confident about McGregor going out there and putting Max Holloway's lights out. But goddamn, that's a tough task. But if anybody can do it, it's Conor McGregor. You never want to doubt Conor McGregor. Okay. Not always. But damn it, he's due for a win. He's due for a win. And if he beats Max Holloway, I don't know if I'll ever be out. I don't know. Let's just say by some kind of borderline miracle, he puts Max Holloway away. Let's say he does that. I can't think of anything else that'd make me happier. I'm trying to think back on fights that I watched that like made me like uber happy. Like, because the guy I wanted to win won. I mean, Jiri Prohaska made me uber happy a couple of times. Brock Lesnar putting away Frank Mir, that made me uber happy. Oh, Brock Lesnar beating Shane Carwin after he lost that first round, that made me all kinds of happy. I think that fight might have the title for who made me the most happy. But if Conor McGregor puts away Max Holloway, that made me happy.